Hey everyone, it's Mallory here with All About Cats, and in this week's video we're taking a look at the differences between a $500+ automatic litter box and a regular old open litter pan. So I've had the Litter Robot 3 for almost 3 years, and I've had the iPrimio stainless steel litter box for about 2 years. And both of these litter boxes rank quite well on my list of the best litter boxes. I'll put a link to that in the cards in the description. And I think that they're both pretty respectable products that do quite well in their respective categories. So one is a really good automatic litter box, and the other one is a really good basic open litter box. But is that $549 price tag on the Litter Robot really justified, even if it's a leader in its category? Well, that really depends on who you are. So after having tried over 25 different litter boxes over the last year, I'm going to be telling you my thoughts on these two litter boxes, explaining what makes the two of them different, and who I think is going to be justified in dropping the cash on the Litter Robot 3. So the first thing that we need to talk about when comparing these two litter boxes is their basic function. So the Litter Robot 3 obviously is a self-cleaning litter box. Its purpose is to take you out of the litter cleaning situation and to automatically clean. So it detects when your cat goes into the litter box, it waits for a certain period of time, and then it starts a cycle. For 7 minutes, it's going to cycle by rotating and sifting out any clumps. The soil litter is going to go down into a waste drawer at the bottom, which you're going to empty out somewhere between once and twice a week. In contrast, this litter box, the iPrimio stainless steel non-stick litter pan, is just it's basically a roasting pan for cat litter. You're going to have to scoop the waste out from it every single day. That's really all there is to it. It doesn't really do anything, right? We can already see, looking at the way that these litter boxes work, that it's kind of comparing apples and oranges. One is a completely different product from the other. But we do need to compare them on certain key areas. And the first one is cat friendliness. So while the Litter Robot is a huge unit, it measures 30 inches in height by 25 inches wide by 27 inches in depth. That's 76 centimeters by about 64 centimeters wide and 68 centimeters deep. That being said, it's not the biggest litter box in the sense that it doesn't give your cat that much space. So the litter bed itself measures about 18 inches in diameter, or 45 centimeters, and that really is not that much space for your cat to use. In contrast, the iPrimio litter box is a nice big rectangular litter pan that gives your cat plenty of space to dig around. It measures 23.5 by 15.5 inches, or about 60 by 39 centimeters. And again, that's a good amount of space for a cat to be able to move around in. So that's the first area where I find that this type of litter box is going to be more cat friendly. If you can get a nice large open litter box, you've already kind of won in terms of cat friendliness. The other area where I think this litter box is more cat friendly is just by virtue of being an open litter box. People tend to think in terms of privacy when they go into the bathroom. Cats tend to think in terms of visibility. And an enclosed litter area like that in the Litter Robot is going to prevent them from getting that kind of visibility. So I think for a lot of cats, that's going to be kind of uncomfortable. So my cat, Wessie, weighs about 13 pounds. He doesn't like being in cramped spaces, and he doesn't use the Litter Robot. My cat, Forrest, is 7 pounds. She feels comfortable in confined spaces, and she's okay with it. So in terms of cat friendliness, I feel that a basic litter box like this is almost always going to be better. You also have the benefit that this type of litter box never moves. So yes, the Litter Robot does have a safety mechanism, so it's not going to move when your cat's in it. But if your cat knows that sometimes this litter box does move, that might make them feel a little bit more uncomfortable going into it. So I think that, again, overall, this type of litter box definitely has an advantage in terms of cat friendliness. You also have the advantage of being able to see your cat's waste in the litter box more easily. So every time your cat goes in there, you're able to see how much comes out. You're able to monitor the frequency. And with the litter robot, you're not quite as able to do that. Now, there is one way that the litter robot has an advantage in this area, and that is the litter robot app. So by using the litter robot app, you can see how many times the litter robot has cycled, which kind of allows you to track how much it's being used, but at the same time, you aren't seeing any information on volume, and you're not seeing information on what they're putting into the litter box. And you kind of have to guess when you look in that waste drawer at the end of the week. And it's just not the level of visual information that you're getting from this type of open litter box. But while I think that an open litter box wins in terms of cat friendliness, it does not come out on top in terms of human friendliness and ease of cleaning. I've been pretty satisfied with the way that the litter robot cleans. It does quite a thorough job. It leaves maybe a few little particles in the litter box, but overall it does a very thorough job, and naturally, I'm not having to get involved in that. I just have to empty out that waste drawer on a regular basis. This process is really quick, and it certainly saves me time compared to cleaning out a regular litter box. With a regular litter box, you're typically going to take a few minutes every time to clean it out, depending on how thorough you are. Most people aren't going to clean out after every single use. If you did, it would add up to a pretty big chunk of your day. The litter robot is certainly able to save you time, and I find that it does quite a thorough job. It also does a good job of controlling odors, so I found that the odor is contained really well in that waste receptacle. It has a little carbon filter attached to it, and it has quite a good seal. In contrast, the odor control of a regular litter box is really dependent on the type of litter you use and how much work you put into it. In that sense, I think that the litter robot is a much better odor control solution. Now, there are a couple of areas where the litter robot is a bit less convenient. One of them is in the flexibility of litter choice. You're typically going to want to use a nice hard clumping clay cat litter. Crystal cat litter doesn't really work as well. Non-clumping clay litter doesn't work as well. Biodegradable litter generally doesn't work as well. You certainly can't use a pellet style litter in this litter box. With an open litter tray like this, you're able to use any type of litter you want, any type of litter that your cat likes. You can use something like pretty litter that has that health indicator function. Really, there's a whole world of litter available to you. While the day-to-day maintenance of the litter robot is certainly a lot less involved than that of this regular litter box, I find that the deep cleaning of this litter robot tends to be a little bit more awkward, a little bit more difficult. So you have to take the whole thing apart. You have to kind of maneuver the globe around to get it clean. It's a little bit more of an involved process. And something like this iPrimio stainless steel box is even easier than other open litter boxes because it tends to resist sticking. It tends to resist scratches that could lead to accumulation. And overall, it is pretty easy to deep clean. Another area where maintenance becomes a bit of an issue is if you've had it for a while and you start to see some malfunctions, which is something that tends to happen with the litter robot. I've had to contact customer support to get malfunctions sorted out with the globe not rotating, and I've seen a lot of reviews from other people who have had similar situations. So if you want a litter box that nothing can go wrong with it, then you're going to want to use an open litter tray like this. There really is nothing that is going to break or malfunction because there just isn't that much to it. Overall, though, I think that the advantages in terms of day-to-day convenience and ease do outweigh the cost of regular maintenance, the time spent doing those deep cleans, and possibly having to use your warranty, contact customer service. I think overall, the litter robot has made my life easier more than it's been a challenge. The other point that I want to mention is that the Litter Robot 3 Connect comes with an app. So you are able to connect it to a smartphone app. And the smartphone app, again, has a number of features that can help you to be a bit more plugged in to what your cat is doing. So you're able to trigger a cycle remotely. You're able to adjust the light in here, so adjust the night light. You're able to adjust the cycle timer. You're able to, again, like I mentioned earlier, monitor the number of times that your cat has used the litter box, and you're able to get waste drawer alerts. Another neat thing that you can do with the litter robot is connect it to smart home appliances. So you can connect it to a lamp, for example, have it light up when the litter robot's waste drawer is full, you can connect it to your Roomba, have it go clean up after a cycle. There's a lot more potential for cool integrations with this than you would have with any ordinary litter box. So overall, these are clearly two very, very different products. I think that for most people, a regular open litter box is going to be the first choice. One, because it's so much cheaper. Again, you can get a good one for maybe $10. Secondly, because it tends to be more cat friendly. So cats tend to feel more comfortable going into this. It makes it easier to monitor your cat's waste output. And there really is no type of cat who is going to be uncomfortable with this type of litter box. Whether you have a huge cat or a small one, this type of litter box is generally a crowd pleaser. However, this type of litter box doesn't really help us out at all when it comes to cleaning. The burden is really on your shoulders to get in there and scoop it out. The litter robot allows you to keep the litter box cleaner than you would if you were doing the scooping every day, and it saves you minutes every day, hours every month. It saves you a lot of time over the course of your life. And even considering the additional time spent doing those deep cleans and maybe contacting customer support if there's some issue with one of the sensors or something like that, even with all of that considered, I think that you're going to come out on top with the litter robot. Again, I've tried a number of automatic litter boxes. I know that automatic litter boxes can end up being more hassle than anything else, but it really has not been the case for me with the litter robot. It has saved me time in the long term. So I think that if you have a cat who is comfortable going into enclosed spaces, especially if they're a relatively small cat, and you also want to prioritize odor control and cleanliness and saving time, then I think that the litter robot is going to be the superior option. Thank you so much for watching this video. Again, I hope you found it helpful. If you're interested in more product reviews, buyer's guides, and information on all things cats, please do subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. Thank you again, and I'll see you next week.